Hi everyone, it's Holly King, and I just watched the preview for Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. I think he said his last name on it, but I already forgot because, memory is tough sometimes. I recognized Emma Thompson right away, and I was like, okay, well, she's in it. This looks good. She, at the very beginning, she's proposing. She's like, okay, here's a list of things I want to do.
So I've made a list of things that I'd like to get through. Number one, I perform oral sex on you. Number two, you perform oral sex on me. Number three, we do a 69, if that's what it's still called.
So it makes me wonder if she's like dying or something, or maybe she just wants to experience something. Who knows? But it's a relationship between her and this young man, young person named Leo. And yeah. So I guess we'll just have to find out what this movie's about.
Well, watched the movie. I thought it was gonna be kind of boring when I watched it. Wasn't. It was actually really interesting. Literally most of the movie is just two characters. It's like one other character in the entire movie. He's only there for like 5 minutes. Also, sorry, and I forgot to say I got the flu on Thursday. So it is now 11:29. I've had it since Thursday, so my voice is a little rough. But I thought I would try to record at least a video. Anyways, so at the very beginning, they have this really happy music playing, and Leo Grande, it's Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, but his name is Leo Grande, and he seems kind of like, even though the music's all up and happy in the introduction to him, he seems really stressed out. Like super stressed out about everything. Not super stressed, but he seems kind of stressed. He's like doing the things that you do when you're stressed, which is you hold your head down and but then, you get up and you take over the world. So the beginning of the movie made me feel awkward with how awkward they were being, which was great because, they kind of just pulled you into their like situation and they're like, don't know how to act with each other. It was pretty good.
Oh, God, this is crazy.
Nancy?
It's terrible. It's wrong.
Nancy,
Yes?
come have a dance at me.
I was thinking that she was dying at the beginning of the movie because I was like, why? But I guess, she had a marriage, or I guess I should say, spoiler alert, I'm going to be telling about the movie. Her husband died and she had a very uneventful marriage, I guess I should say. And it's never been super exciting for her. And she finally wants to have some fun. Oh, by the way, Leo Grande is a sex worker. If you didn't get that from the preview, there is a preview. I didn't even know she was married when they did the preview. I thought she was a virgin in the preview. No, she's not a virgin. She has 2 kids, a daughter and a son. And her marriage was very boring. It was very apparent how boring her marriage was and how boring her life was. So she just wanted to, have some excitement in her life for once, So go for her. She spent her money on something to help her have fun.
I've never had an orgasm. There are nuns out there with more sexual experience than me. It's embarrassing. Do you want me to brush my teeth?
Although he's very good at his job. He's very good at helping people relax. I mean, if he was bad at it, then he probably wouldn't have gotten paid as much as he did. I don't know how much he got paid, but apparently he's expensive because she was saying he was expensive. He constantly asks her if what he's doing is okay because, he wants her to feel comfortable, which was really nice. I thought that was really nice of him at the beginning of the movie. Eventually it moves on and they're just like doing whatever they're doing and eventually things just kind of come together as it goes. And then I predicted, because every time the main character, sorry, God, this is hard to do with the root problem I'm holding. Anyway, every time she would ask him about his mom, he'd change the subject or he'd get uncomfortable. So he made it very clear he had a problem with his own mother. Eventually, she screws up because in every movie, in a relationship, someone screws up in the movie and then they reconcile. So, eventually they work stuff out and he explains himself. I forget if it was before the blowout or after the blowout he explains it, but he explains it eventually to her why his mother's so awful to him. Or why he doesn't like his mother. I mean, I guess I should say. She wasn't really awful necessarily. It was just... I'm not going to spoil that part. You guys can watch the movie. It's actually a really good movie. I mean, there's obviously going to be some sex in it. It's a freaking sex worker movie, but it's a very good, like, well done movie. And like the two characters are really well acted out. They work well with each other. Like for being in a hotel room with two characters throughout the whole movie, it actually was an interesting movie to watch. I thought I was going to get bored. I was not bored. It wasn't even because of the sex part. Their conversations were just hilarious, and I liked it. And then they meet for the second time, and they're a little less awkward. So like they start easing into the relationship a little bit more. I forgot. There was a quote that I thought was funny. I forget. It's been a couple of days since I've seen it. I was meaning to record this sooner, but I got really sick. So, essentially, they're talking, and I think she says it, that she doesn't want to. She goes, "I don't want to swing from the chandelier." So they make a reference for the chandelier thing. Oh yeah, and then there was a change of scenery. They end up going to the cafe by the hotel at the end for the reconcile. They actually go in there, and that's when the third character comes in, which is a waitress. And she's very rude. Like, the main characters are rude to the waitress at first. Because she's just like, "Oh, hey, you were my teacher." And the main character goes, "I must not have been a very good teacher because you work here." Ooh. I was like, man, no wonder you had no fun. It was definitely different from what I expected. I thought maybe like the two of them were like, "Oh, we love each other now." Because, that's how all these relationships go. But no, at the very end, they both got more out of their interactions than they were expecting. She went in... She went in to change how she felt about life. Like, she just wanted to have some excitement. She wanted to, try different sex positions because, they only did it missionary style. That was it, her whole entire marriage. And I think she said she was married for 30 years. I can't remember. Sorry, I'm flashing my notes to you. But then instead, and he went in, he was just like, "Oh, well, this is what I love to do." Like, he explains how much he loves his job. Like, he just likes sex. That's what he likes. And he likes bringing pleasure to people. And it's a very fulfilling thing for him. But she, in turn, she learned to love herself. Like, she hated her body. She hated herself. And because of all that situation, it helped her love her own body and herself, which was kind of cool. And, and he got some much needed inner healing. Like, he had a lot of turmoil and pain. He hadn't talked to his little brother, who he loved so much. And he got in contact with him. Like, his life was improved because of her. And as I said, I thought it was going to be dull because it was like one scene. There was not very much happening. I mean, they're literally talking most of the time. But, it's very witty and fun, and they take you on their journey. Like, you're a part of it. Like, it's like all the little things happen. You feel like you're a piece of their world that they're doing. And like I said, there is sex. They do things. I mean, and you see the main character naked at the end of the movie. So it happens. You're going to see nudity in this movie. You see him too. So there's that. But honestly, it was a really well made movie, I think. But yeah, that's all I got. I don't have anything else. I didn't write anything else down. I was gonna record this so much sooner, and then I got lazy. And that was my fault. But anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you want a different movie, or there's a movie in particular you're curious about watching but you don't want to waste the time, I will waste that time. It's okay. I like watching movies. Just let me know in the comments below. If you know someone who would like to see this movie and wants to know something about it, please share it. If you want more of this content, please subscribe. I upload this every Friday or every other Friday. There's sometimes other videos I do. But yeah, anyway, hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye.